now. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. Just to introduce myself, my name is Lauren. For those of you who are new, thanks so much for being here. Today we're going to be working on the tune Cripple Creek. How many of you are familiar with that tune or have played it before? Okay, it looks like most of you. Awesome. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is, if it's been a while since you've played it, or if this is a new tune to you, we will go ahead and review it. So we're gonna spend a few minutes just right off the top reviewing phrase by ear. And then what I'm gonna do is teach you how to create your own fiddle solo using the melody of Cripple Creek. So let's go ahead and get into reviewing Cripple Creek, and we're just gonna kind of quickly go through this, but I'll walk you through phrase by ear, each of these little sections. And we'll start with the first one, which is on A, on the E string, third finger. So I'll go ahead and play it through slowly, and then go ahead and just play it back to me. Here we go. Your turn. Good. Nice job, everyone. So just to review the whole thing, we're going to go back to the beginning, starting with the A part, and we're going to play through this whole tune together. So A, B, B, tag is our form, okay? So let's go ahead and get ready, and I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're basically just taking the very, very basic theme or the basic melody of the tune, and we're adding more to it. So like I said, double stops, we're adding that extra string with extra notes where we can change up the rhythm, incorporate some extra notes to fit within the rhythm, and then, as I said, ornaments as well, just to give it a little bit more style. So all of these things can be included in a solo. They don't all have to be used in a solo necessarily, but they are all elements that we typically think of when we're talking about creating a little bit of variation. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what we can add to this first phrase as an example. And going back to the first element that I mentioned, which is double stops, we're going to start with that. So let's go ahead and just take this first phrase, and all we're going to do is just simply bring in the A string, open A, as our drone. So we're going to be playing A and E together. Okay, and so what's going to happen within this first phrase is our left hand is going back and forth between the E string and the A string. And what you're going to do with your bow is just keep it between the A and E string the whole time. So your bow is going to be in the same exact place. The rhythm's not changing. We're not doing anything different with the right hand. It's just the left hand is going back and forth here, okay? So everybody make sure their bow is set between the A and E strings, and this is how our first phrase is gonna sound. Okay, go ahead and play around with that. All right, so that's what we have going on for the A part, and if you noticed, everything that we added fit still within the rhythmic framework, right? So if you were to play, let's say, a backing track or be playing with a guitarist who's playing the chord progression of this tune, you would still be fitting right in with the melody. Even somebody who's playing just the basic melody, if you were playing this along with them, you would fit right in with them. You would be in sync. And that is the goal for a solo, right? We want to make sure that we're still rhythmically in time and that we're not extending any phrases. We're just kind of fitting in those additional little elements to enhance the melody where possible. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to give you 2 to 3 minutes, and I want you to come up with, either practice this solo on your own, the one that I've given you, or come up with your own and just play around with this melody and see if you can add in some of your own elements, maybe change things up here and there, but I want you to really make it your own, give it your own personality. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple minutes here. I'll set a timer for, let's say, 3 minutes, and then I'm excited to hear what you come up with. All right, time's up. I would love to hear what you guys came up with as far as your own solos. So I would love to get a few volunteers to play for the group, and this is a great opportunity to practice performing in front of other people. We talk about that all the time here. So if you would like a little bit of practice playing for other people, maybe just getting some feedback in real time, and also prepping for what you might take to a jam session, now is your opportunity. So who wants to go first? Great job, everyone. So hopefully you're happy with the solo that you came up with, and hopefully you'll be able to work on it as you see fit throughout the week. But I would encourage you, if you can, find a local group or a jam session or something to bring this to. Most people, if you're going to an old time or a bluegrass jam, most people will know the tune Cripple Creek. So when it comes your turn to take a solo, you can use this one or something similar to it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.